Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Neha T from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, and today I'm here with a video on SQL commands. In this video, we'll be discussing about SQL commands, the type of SQL commands, and we'll see each type a little bit in detail. What are the commands that come under? We'll be seeing that in this video. So the contents for today are introduction to SQL. We'll just see what is SQL. What is SQL? Okay, that is whatever the programming language SQL is. Then we have some SQL commands. We'll be seeing what SQL commands are useful for. Then we have the types of SQL commands, that is data definition language, data manipulation language, data control language, and transaction control language. We'll be seeing each in detail, and we'll be seeing the commands which commanded and what it is going to do. And finally, we'll conclude with the conclusion. So, first of all, what is SQL? The full form of SQL is Structured Query Language, and it is a programming language. And what sort of programming language it is? It is a programming language for storing and processing information in a relational database. So, what is relational database? Relational database stores information in tabular form. Tabular form means it has rows and columns representing different data attributes and the various relationships between the data values. So, structured query language is a language that is used for storing and processing information in a relational database. Relational database has the information stored in rows and columns, that is in a tabular form. So now SQL has some commands, and what does it do? So SQL commands are instructions. Commands are basically instructions, and what are they used for? It is used to communicate with the database. So SQL can perform various tasks like creating a table, add data to the tables, drop the table, modify the table, and set permission for users. So these are some tasks that we can do in the database, and for this we use the SQL commands. SQL commands are used to interact with the databases and perform various operations. Operations are these tasks. There are different types of SQL commands that serve a specific purpose. Understanding these commands is essential for effective database management. So, if we want to do something with the database, like any task, if we have to do with the database, we need to understand the SQL commands. So, now SQL commands are of four types, that is DDL, DML, DCL, and TCL. And what they are, we'll be seeing in detail, and what are the commands that come under, that also we'll be seeing in this video. First, we have the DDL. Under DDL, we have the create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. Secondly, we have data manipulation language, DML. Under that, we have select, insert, update, and delete. After that, we have the data control language, which has grant and revoke commands. Then we have the transaction control language, that is TCL, and it has three commands in that: commit, rollback, and savepoint. So these are the types of SQL commands we have. The first one in that we have data definition language. What is data definition language? DDL commands deals with the schema. What is schema? The table in which the data is stored. That is the schema. And DDL, data definition language, their commands deal with the schema. All the structural changes in the sense any change that is done to the structure of the table, like creation, deletion, and alteration on the table, are carried out by the DDL commands. And so under DDL, we have the commands which can change the structure of the table, and they are create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. These are the 5 commands that are under DDL, and they make a structural change in the table. So, first one is create. In create, what it does is, in SQL, whenever we wish to create a new database or table, it is create command is used to create something that can be a new database or a table in the database. We use the create command. So syntax to create a new database, we use create, the word keyword, the command create, and database, and the database name. Okay. So it's like create database, your database name. To create a table, what we do is create table, table name, and here we're giving the values also. Okay. So this attribute 1, the data type of this attribute, attribute 2, the data type of that attribute, and we'll be giving that's to create a table. So this helps to create command helps to create something that is a new database or a table in the database. So coming to the second one, that is the alter command. What alter does is, using alter command, we can make structural changes to the table, such as adding a column, we're altering the structure of the table using alter command. What are we doing? We are such as adding a new column, removing or deleting an existing column from the table, changing the data type of an existing column, and renaming an existing column. These are the alterations we can do in the structure of the table. So now, syntax for alter command to add a new column. Here we're adding a new column. What we will do is we'll use the command alter table, the table name which we want to alter, add a new column. So we add column name and data type size. So the column name we should specify and the data type size of what we're adding. Okay. Now syntax of alter command to delete an existing column. Here we added a column, here we're deleting. So the same thing we'll do is alter table name, we're dropping that column. So drop with column, which column? That is column name. Okay. Syntax of alter command to rename the existing table. Here we added, we dropped, and now we're renaming an existing table's column. So alter table name, rename, column, old column name. What was the previous name of the column to the new column name what we want to give. So that is about renaming the existing column. Now syntax of alter command to change the data type of an existing column, alter table name, modify column name, data type, size. This is a new column name what you want. No, the column name of what we are going to modify and the data type size. Okay. So this is about the alter command. Now we have drop and truncate. Drop command is used to remove or delete the table's record and the table structure. So drop is like delete command. Okay, so drop command is used to remove or delete the table's record. So remove the table's record or delete the table itself. Okay, structure from the database. So drop table and the table name of which we want to delete. Now, a truncate command is used to delete the table's records, but the table structure will remain unaffected in the database. So drop will delete the table itself, and truncate, it will delete only the table's record. The structure of the table will be still in the database. So that is the use of truncate. So truncate, table and table name will be given here. Now rename we have. So rename command is used to give a new name to an existing table. So rename table, what is the old table name? So what we have to rename the old table name to the name we want to give to the table now. So this is about the DDL commands. Coming to the data manipulation language, that is the DML, manipulating data manipulation language. So it is like we're manipulating the data. So we'll see what it is about. Whenever we wish to manipulate the data or fetch the data present in the SQL tables, we use the DML commands in SQL. Okay. DML commands in SQL will change the data, such as we're manipulating. Now in DDL, we make changes in the structure of the table. Now what we're doing is we're manipulating the data. So we'll have DML commands in SQL will change the data, such as inserting new records, deleting or updating existing records from the SQL tables. We can also retrieve all the data from SQL tables according to our requirements. This is what the DML commands does. And the commands covered under DML are insert, select, update, and delete. So these are the four commands under DML. Now we have the insert. We'll be seeing about these one by one. In insert command is used to insert single or multiple values. Inserting is like inserting something into the table. So now insert into the table name where we want to insert values. This is important, values. Then we'll give the column name, column 2 value, column 1 value, we give it column 2 value, column n value. Okay, so these are, this insert is used for inserting the value. Select. A select command is used to retrieve. They're selecting a command. They're selecting a record from the table what we want. So select command is used to retrieve the records from the table. Whenever we want to retrieve some specific records, if we want to retrieve some specific records from the table, we use the select command. Then we have to specify where the clause is select query. where we have specified where. Okay, we use the where clause in the select while. So now syntax will retrieve all the records. We'll just select start from table name. Okay. So or else if you want to retrieve a specific record, what we do is select start from table name, the table name where condition is so and so. Okay, that is what is the use of select command to select or retrieve a data we need. Now, update command works for the values present in the table. Whenever we wish to update a value for any record present in the table, we will use the update command in SQL. So update table name set column name is equals to where condition where. So it is basically like we're using the update command, updating a table name, set column name. Column name where we want to update is equals to value where condition. Condition is any given condition that we have, we can put it over there. Now delete command is used to remove the records of a table. Okay, so deleting from a table. We have previously we saw drop. Drop is like deleting the table or the database itself. Here we used to remove the records of a table. So this is about delete. Now we have the data control language, that is DCL. Whenever we want to control the access data control language, it is so. Whenever we want to control the access to the data present in the SQL tables, we use the DCL command to control. Okay, so we saw data manipulation, data definition language. So we have the data control language. So it is basically like controlling the data present in the database. So now only the authorized users can access the data stored in the tables. Okay, every user will have some predefined privileges. Every user will have only some predefined privileges. Accordingly, the data can be accessed by that particular user. So using DCL commands in SQL, we can either give privileges to a user on the database. Like if we want, we can give privileges to the user, or we can also revoke the given privileges from the user. For this, we use the DCL command. Now, commands under the DCL are grant and revoke. We have two, that is grant and revoke. So what does grant do? The term grant is a command used to provide privileges. Grant is used to provide privileges, that is granting privileges to a database user. Privileges include options such as select, insert, update, delete, and others that control the ability to access or modify the data within the database. That is about grant command. Coming to revoke, revoke is a command used for managing managing data in a relational database management system. It is primarily used for removing user access or privileges. Grant is granting privileges. Revoke is taking away the privileges given to a user. The revoke command ensures data security by controlling the permissions given to different users of a database. So this is about the DCL commands, data control language commands. The final one is transaction control language commands, that is TCL. And what does it stand for? Transaction. So these commands are used for transactions only. Using TCL commands in SQL, we can save our transactions to the database and roll them back to a specific point in our transactions. So for this, we have three commands in it. We have the commit, rollback, and save point. We'll see one by one. Commit, to save all the operations executed in a particular transaction. We are saving all the operations executed in a particular transaction. We need to execute a commit command just after the transaction completion. So this is important. Just after the transaction completion, if we use a commit command, we'll save all the operations executed in a particular transaction. Now, rollback is using rollback command in SQL, you can roll to the last saved state info of a transaction. And for that, we use the rollback command. Then we have the final save point command. Using the save point command, you can assign a name to a specific part of the transaction. So that is what save point does. Now we've completed all the SQL commands and all the type we have discussed over here. Now, for concluding, we have understanding and effectively utilizing these SQL commands is crucial for database administrators, developers, and analysts to ensure data integrity, security, and efficiency, and also enhances the ability to perform complex queries, maintain databases, and derive meaningful insights from data. By leveraging the power of SQL, organizations can better manage their data, support decisions, processes and drive strategic initiatives. So this is like we need these commands to have an efficient database management system. And that's all for this video, guys. If you have learned something from this video, please do like it, share it to maximum people you know, and subscribe to my channel without it. So thank you.